Hey class, we're going to go ahead and get started with a new story today. We are still working through our legend book set. So today's story, the title is The Legend of the White Buffalo Woman. And this book is written by Paul Goebel. And I want you to think about what the idea of peace means to you. What does peace mean, first of all? And what does it mean to you? Okay. And how do you make peace with someone else? Do you know what that means? Okay. Think about that. When you get upset with someone or you have a misunderstanding, what does it mean to make peace with that person? Okay, so this story, The Legend of the White Buffalo Woman, is about the first peace pipe and how the Lakota were instructed to use it. The author of this retelling, Paul Goebel, works hard to present his retellings in a style that honors and represents the oral traditions of Native Americans. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So the legend of the White Buffalo Woman. Okay. End of the old world. Long, long ago, the Great Spirit made it rain day after day, and the water rose, covering everything. The people climbed a rocky ridge left jutting above the flood, yet even there the water followed. And then the four winds blew. Huge waves broke over the rocks, and all the people were swept away and drowned. There's a person right there. The nation is born again. At the last moment, an immense eagle swooped out of the sky to save a young woman who was crying for help. She clutched his feet and he carried her to a faraway mountain which rose out of the water. They married. She gave birth to twins, a boy and a girl. From that marriage of a woman of the earth and the eagle of the sky, people had a new beginning, and in time grew to become a nation once more. That's interesting. A lady marries an eagle and they have kids together, and they made a new nation of people. Not something you'd see every day, huh? All right. Sadness of war. Many generations passed, and then the people were attacked by enemies. Their houses were burned, and they were forced to leave their homelands in the forests. They fled to the great open plains where there were no trees and where the four winds blew eternally across the circle of the world. Every family mourned relatives who had been killed. Those were sad and frightened times. White Buffalo Woman appears. Late in the spring of the year, a group of people were wandering, strangers in the new country. They were tired and hungry, searching for buffaloes. Early one morning, the leaders told two young men to climb a hill and look out over the country for the herds. As they came to the top, they were surprised to see a young woman climbing up towards them on the other side, carrying a bundle on her back. She was a stranger, beautiful, and also mysterious. One of the young men whispered bad thoughts, but his friend answered, "No, get rid of such thoughts. She must be a holy woman." But he would not listen, and at that instant he put his arms round her. Lightning flashed and thunder shook the hilltop, and rushing clouds hit them. As the wind died, the clouds lifted, and the woman was standing there alone. At her feet were bones, which was all that was left of the foolish young man. The other was so frightened he turned to run. "Stay," she called. "No harm will come to you. Tell your leader I have something important to give him. Tell him to erect a council tipi with a buffalo skull altar at the center, and let everyone gather here at dawn tomorrow. Go now." He ran down to the camp as fast as he could and told what had happened. They all wondered who this woman could be. The council tipi was set up. Teepee, sorry. I don't know why I'm saying tippy. TP. It's spelled differently than what I thought TP is supposed to be spelled like. They put TIPI. Okay, so the council TP was set up just as she had asked. Okay, so you may, let's see. So what do you think the mysterious woman will say and do when she speaks to the council? What news do you think she has for them? Let's find out. Early the next morning, everyone dressed in their best clothes and gathered inside the great teepee. They were excited, yet in awe of the mysterious woman. As the sun lit up the sky, she appeared walking across the prairie toward the opening in the circle, in the camp circle. Her breath was like a cloud in the cold morning air. There was quiet. No baby cried. Even the dogs feared to bark. She was singing, and though still far off, her song was clearly heard. "With visible breath I am walking. Toward this nation I walk, and my voice is heard as I walk. With visible breath I am walking. With this red pipe I walk." I think we got it. She's walking. Okay, so what do you, let's see, so thinking about the words of her song, um, what does the song tell you about the mysterious woman and her intent? And how do you know? I'm getting the vibe that she's coming, right? Because she keeps saying, "I'm walking, I'm walking." She's either on a journey of some sort, or it wants you to know that she's on her way, right? She said, "I'm walking," like 5 times. The beautiful woman carried a pipe. She walked to the place of honor where the leader, Buffalo standing upright, invited her to sit. He dipped braided sweet grass into a buffalo horn cup filled with water for her to sip. "Sister, we are glad you have come," he said. She thanked him, and she said to everyone, "Wakan Tanka, the Great Spirit, told my buffalo people to send me to you today. He has seen your tears. He knows you have always tried to do what is right. So he gives you this pipe. Pray with it, and you will see your prayers rise up to him with the smoke, and you will know he hears you. The pipe will join nations and families together in love and peace. And so from today, your people and my Buffalo Nation will be one family." Wow. Okay, so Buffalo standing upright, he addresses the mysterious woman as sister. Y'all heard that, right? Okay. So what do you think that signifies? What does that say he's saying about her? And how does calling the woman sister relate to what she says about the pipe joining nations and families? My first instinct and my first thought is the fact that they're wanting us to realize that we are all connected. We are all family. Anyone on earth is family. We are joined as one. We are all humans, regardless of where we come from. I love it. This is great, you guys. I think that's what the author is wanting us to understand, is that even if we are not born from the same parents, that we are all still brothers and sisters alike. The beautiful one told them, "When you fill the pipe, the Spirit of all things will help you send your prayers to the Great Spirit." She took a glowing chip from the fire and lit the pipe. She offered smoke to the sky and the earth and to the four winds in thanks for all of the good things which they give. She handed the pipe to the person on her left, and it went from hand to hand around the circle, and children touched it as it passed. When the pipe had completed the circle, she leaned it against the buffalo's skull and told them, "In time, all of you will have a pipe. Carry it always, and the Great Spirit will help you on your pathway through life." She said to Buffalo standing upright, "Look after this pipe, and it will guide your people to the end of the world." Turning to the people, she said, "Pray always. Look for what is good and true. And now I have finished what I was sent to do. I will always remember you, and in time I will return. Mitakuye Ayosin. We are all related." She left the council teepee, stopping 3 times to turn and look back at them. When she had passed through the opening in the teepee circle, she turned a 4th time and sat down. So the woman tells them, "Look for what is good and true." What do you think she means by that, and why? Hmm. And then everyone was amazed to see a white buffalo calf jump up and run off to join the buffalo's herd. Until that moment, nobody had noticed that buffaloes surrounded the camp. The wonderful woman had brought her buffalo nation with her. Wow, look at that. The buffalo path. She is called White Buffalo Woman because she changed into a white buffalo calf. Afterwards, her buffalo people gave the red stones so everyone could make pipes. It happened this way. Buffaloes made pathways as they walked from one grassland to another, this river to that, to and fro. At certain places, the great beasts loved to lie down and roll in the dust or mud to scratch their backs. At one of those wallowing places, they uncovered the beautiful red stone. Walking the buffalo paths, people found it washed and polished by the wind and rain, a gift from the buffalo people. Blood changed to stone. Traditions tell that the red stone is the flesh and blood of the people who drowned at the end of the old world. When the waves swept them off the high ridge, they sank, and the Great Spirit changed their bodies to stone. All these things, which have been told here, were born in the imagination of Wakan Tanka, the Great Spirit. So you may, let's see, there is some information on this page. These are like the pictures or illustrations of the pipes that were made here. Some meanings of the pipes. If an Indian tries to talk about the pipe, he is easily lost, or it says our minds are not good enough to understand all of it. And then there's like information. I can just kind of zoom in so you can maybe pause and read if you'd like. And there's this one and the photos that go with. So this is a very interesting story, and I love the fact that it's connected to history. Here is a map of where that took place. Really, really cool. I hope you guys liked this story. I know I did. Thanks, guys, for listening. I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.